My name is Alfred Shum, and I am studying architectural engineering. As an academic, I have always enjoyed mental challenges. I excelled at mathematics and sciences at school and always wanted to pursue a high-paying, intellectually challenging career. At the same time, I knew that I wanted to flex my creative muscles in my future occupation. The way I wanted to achieve this was to incorporate my other interest of graphic design, a byproduct of my childhood dream job of being an architect. By combining my interests, I found the Bachelor of Architectural Engineering degree with honours. I believe this degree is incredibly interesting and will engage me as an enjoyable career. With this qualification, I plan to pursue a career where I can manage and influence a project from start to finish. This would enable me to build affordable and sustainable houses in New Zealand's housing crisis. Practitioners in the architectural engineering field design buildings for a specific person or organisation, called a client, or an intended type of person, called the end user. We take in their demands and consider the viability of the project before negotiating with the client and reaching an appropriate design or no design at all. It sounds simple, but the factors that architectural engineers have to consider are almost innumerable. Each factor has to be accounted for, no matter if it's environmental or social, legal or ethical. For example, they may have to reinforce foundations to stop it from slipping away. Or make sure that they are not building on unfit for purpose soil. They must think of ways to let water drain away from roofs and open areas, and think of ways to combat erosion and water damage. They must make sure that there is adequate lighting with consideration of natural lighting hours, and know how to deal with the scorching heat that comes with it. Wind must not blow the structure down or cause damage, and should consideration of renovation be more appropriate than building a new structure? Is the building sustainable? Is there ventilation? Is it properly protected in case of a fire? Is it safe should something go wrong? Will it disrupt past, present, or future construction? Can you incorporate new technology to improve end-user experience? Will it be a comfortable environment? Additional to these design considerations, all engineers must make sure that they are considerate of communities that they are indirectly influencing with quality public relationships. This is evident by having little to no media attention and public backlash as shown expertly by the Westgate Tunnel project. Lastly, all engineers must keep themselves, others, and the environment safe and valued in the creation, construction, and continual use of contracts in legal and physical perspectives. This can be achieved by utilising the unions that are available to the engineer, such as Engineers Australia and Professionals in Australia. To be an architectural engineer, you need core competencies, which are skills, abilities, and mindsets. These attributes will allow an engineer to complete projects to the best of their abilities and with the least amount of disruption. The most fundamental attribute is knowing the technical skills to do a job. If an engineer does not have the ability to provide a solution to a problem, regardless of how hard he thinks, he or she cannot be qualified to work in the engineering field. To be the best possible engineer that you can be, you have to be a critical thinker. This means you must have the creativity to overcome the most challenging problems and provide superior alternatives to existing solutions. Additionally, you must be mentally flexible to overcome sudden complications and be able to adapt to change. To enhance the performance of those you work with, you must be a team player. To do this, you have to be an effective and efficient communicator, so that everyone that you work with or have to inform knows what you have completed and knows what needs to be done. To complement this, you must be able to collaborate well with others. For good public relationships and a healthy work environment, you must enjoy your work, enjoy your co-workers, and be a joy to work with. This will only enhance the quality of work. But the most important attribute is taking responsibility. You must take responsibility for your own work and for those you work with. Take initiative for covering responsibilities and solving problems, and be a responsible leader in the workplace by keeping everyone disciplined and focused. As an engineer, there are two types of obstacles that can be encountered on the job. These problems are easily overcome by an engineer that has all key attributes. The first problem is that of an unforeseen complication suddenly appearing. This entails overlooked or newly created problems pertaining to safety, legalities, ethics, the environment, communication, communities, inability, or design features. This is just an extension of doing more than what was believed to be required. The second problem is due to competition. Whether the problem is external, such as a competition for a tender, or internal, such as spiteful co-workers. This is a fight of egos and opinions that can only be won with perseverance and a moral high ground and a glib tongue. In conclusion, architectural engineers are critical thinkers who work as responsible team players. They must be able to consider all factors and overcome all complications, even if they are unexpected or due to a party that is against your work. They must always keep an ethical heart and have the moral high ground, and they must always be mindful of others and keep everyone safe, themselves included. I'm Alfred Shum, and I want to be an architectural engineer because it will stimulate my life through the challenges it presents.